Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into the world of goal setting.
Definitely a popular topic.
Yeah, for sure. And we're dissecting a podcast episode called The Path to Your Best Self, trying to pull out all the most valuable insights for you.
Exactly. So many people struggle with goal setting.
Right. Like we've all made those New Year's resolutions that totally flopped.
Yep. But what if it's not the goals themselves?
Ooh, I like where you're going with this.
What if it's how we approach them? That's what this podcast really digs into.
It's not just about checking things off a list.
No, it's like way deeper than that.
Right. Like it's about the whole process of growth and motivation.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. It's about cultivating a sense of purpose and feeling proud of yourself when you make progress.
Like even if you don't hit the huge end goal right away, those little steps along the way.
Exactly. Those small wins are huge EE.
The podcast told this story about Sarah, who wanted a leadership role at her company.
Ooh, I think I remember that one.
Yeah. And she didn't just sit around wishing for it.
Oh no, she was strategic about it.
Right. She broke it down into smaller steps, figured out what skills she needed, and even got a mentor.
It's like she created a roadmap to get there.
It makes you think what goals in our own lives could benefit from that kind of planning.
I love that. It's all about turning those vague wishes into concrete actions.
Ooh, and that brings us to the big one, SMART goals.
Classic. We've all heard of them, but have we really used them right?
This podcast breaks down why SMART goals are so effective.
It's all about beating vagueness, the ultimate goal-setting killer.
Oh, yeah. I want to be healthier. Where do you even start with that?
It's like trying to climb a mountain without a map.
Exactly. The podcast used the example of running.
Oh yeah, how to turn that be healthier idea into a SMART goal.
So instead of just be healthier, it becomes,
I want to run a 5K in 3 minutes without stopping. Boom. Specific and measurable.
it's like going from a blurry photo to a crystal clear image.
And suddenly, it doesn't feel so overwhelming because you know exactly what you're aiming for.
And that's where the achievable part comes in too.
Right. If you're barely making it around the block, don't aim for a marathon tomorrow.
Small steps, like that 5K in 3 months with a good training plan, totally doable.
The podcast talked about Jack. He was 35 and had tried to get healthy for years.
Oh yeah, I remember Jack.
When he set that SMART goal for the 5K, everything changed.
You found a 3-month plan,
Yeah.
printed it out, put it on his fridge.
Making it real, part of his daily life.
And that's the thing about SMART goals. They're not just for fitness.
Nope. Learning a language, organizing that messy closet, anything.
If it matters to you, it deserves a SMART goal.
Preach.
Okay, ready for something a little different? Visualization.
Ooh, some people might be skeptical.
Yeah, but this isn't just woo-woo stuff. Athletes use it all the time.
It's backed by science. We're talking about creating a vivid mental picture of achieving your goal.
It's like a mental dress rehearsal.
And you know what? When you visualize, you activate the same brain pathways as if you were actually doing it.
So it's like training your brain for success.
Studies have shown it actually improves your performance.
No way. So it's not just about feeling good. It's about prepping yourself for the win.
The podcast talked about Lisa. She was getting ready for a tough exam.
Oh yeah, she used visualization to imagine herself totally rocking it.
And guess what? She passed. Visualizing helped her stay focused during all those study sessions.
It's a reminder that our minds are crazy powerful.
And we can use that power to achieve our goals.
The cool thing is you can apply this to anything big or small.
Presentation at work, finishing that creative project.
Spend a few minutes each day picturing yourself succeeding.
It's like giving yourself a mental edge.
I love that. Now let's talk about something that's super important, accountability.
Yes. This isn't about someone nagging you.
It's about finding people who will support you and your goals.
Turning that inner critic into a cheering squad.
The podcast said that sharing your goals with others makes them feel more real.
It's true. When you externalize a goal, you're less likely to give up on it.
You don't want to let yourself or others down.
They told the story of Robert. He was starting his own business.
He knew he needed help, so he found a mentor.
Someone to check in with him regularly.
And it worked. Having that external accountability helped him succeed.
It's like having a built-in support system.
So who in your life could be that support for you? A friend, family member?
A colleague, or even an online community.
Find people who believe in you and your vision.
Okay. Now, for the fun part, celebrating those small wins.
It's not just about giving yourself a pat on the back.
There's actually science behind it.
For real.
Every time we achieve something, our brain releases dopamine.
The feel-good chemical.
Exactly. So we're literally rewiring our brains to crave that feeling of accomplishment.
And that keeps us motivated.
The podcast talked about Emma. She was a new mom trying to get back in shape.
Right. She celebrated every little step.
Working out, making a healthy meal. She gamified the process.
Made it more fun and rewarding.
And it helped her stay consistent and achieve her big goal.
We get so caught up in the big picture, we forget to enjoy those little victories along the way.
So think about it. What's a small win you've had lately?
Finishing a project, making your bed, anything.
Take a moment to celebrate it.
Those small celebrations add up.
Okay, now let's talk about something we all dread: setbacks.
Ugh, yeah, those are the worst.
But they're inevitable.
True. It's not if they happen, but when.
The key is not to let them derail you.
The podcast talked about setbacks as opportunities for learning.
It's all about being resilient and bouncing back stronger.
They told this amazing story about Michael. He was training for a marathon.
And he got a knee injury.
I remember that. But he didn't give up.
He adapted his training, worked with a physical therapist, and eventually finished that marathon.
It took him longer, but he did it.
It's a reminder that setbacks don't define us.
It's all about how we respond to them.
So think back to a time when you faced a setback.
How did you overcome it? What strengths did you use?
Knowing that can help you face future challenges with more confidence.
Setbacks are just part of the journey.
Right. They don't have to be the end of the story.
So true. It's like that saying, fall 7 times, stand up 8.
Love that. It's all about having the grit to keep going.
It's all about that resilience.
Yeah, you got to bounce back.
So we've been digging into the path to your best self, uncovering some really cool strategies.
And it's not just the typical goal-setting stuff, right?
Like we're going deeper.
Like how the process of setting goals can change us.
It affects our motivation,
Yeah.
our purpose, even how we feel about ourselves.
We busted the myth that SMART goals are just a boring acronym
They're actually a super powerful tool to turn those vague wishes.
into a real plan you can follow.
Like Jack, he finally reached his fitness goals using the SMART framework.
And visualization, it's not just wishful thinking.
It can literally rewire our brains for success.
Like Lisa, she aced that exam because she mentally rehearsed it.
Our minds are seriously amazing.
We've got this incredible power to achieve anything.
And we can't forget about accountability.
Finding those people who will support us.
Not nag us, but lift us up.
Robert's story with his mentor proves how important that support system is.
We don't have to do this alone.
And let's not forget the fun part, celebrating those wins.
Big and small.
It's not just about feeling good, it's about training our brains to crave that accomplishment.
Emma, the new mom, she celebrated every little step.
And it helped her reach her ultimate goal.
We can get so focused on the big picture.
We forget to enjoy those small wins along the way.
But those are the things that keep us going.
So what have you done lately that you're proud of?
No matter how small, take a moment to celebrate.
And when those setbacks hit, and they will hit,
Yeah.
we've learned that it's not about avoiding them.
It's about how we handle them.
Being resilient and bouncing back even stronger.
Like Michael, he pushed through that knee injury to run his marathon.
He's a total inspiration.
It shows that setbacks don't have to define us.
They can actually make us stronger.
So think back to a time you faced a challenge.
How did you get through it? What did you learn?
Recognizing those strengths can help us face anything.
Because setbacks are just part of the journey.
They're not the end of the story. So it's not about never messing up.
It's about getting back up
Dust yourself off.
and keep moving forward.
So much great stuff in the path to your best self.
Yeah, we just scratched the surface
But hopefully this gives you some new tools.
to tackle those goals.
And remember, it's a journey.
Not a destination.
Enjoy those small wins.
Celebrate every step.
Don't be afraid of those setbacks.
They're just part of the process.
So keep learning
Keep growing.
and keep striving for your best self.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive.
Exploring more ways to unlock your potential.
Until then, keep crushing it.
See you next time.